and a lovely Tuesday with which every eye will watch us. How na day I've listened a day okay, I've listened a day all right. Property Matta and I we don't carry come from the stable of WAP TV, the show where we dey take talk about everything we get to do with property. Informate way solid and we dey give on top this platform. No be only that, we dey also allow people come do it in, come market their property on top this platform. That is, you be real estate agent, that be you get this property, that property, where genuine, where you want me people know about opportunity day here for you. I'm out to take us through the world of property today. Now the person who is Sabi Ogbonge engineer, we done they do with us for years. I talk about no other person but engineer Debo Adejano. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Chief.
How you dey, sir?
I day like Dele Jonathan. You know that Dele Jonathan used to be a boxer, you know?
Yes,
remember?
Because the man Daruko Dele Keji I go fear.
Which one? Which other
Maybe they like Dele Giwa.
Dele Giwa, no.
Okay, lovely haircut. You're looking good, sir.
Hey, thank you. We just want to pretend that we are young, you know?
Yeah, that's good.
Just to
That's
pretend
good.
that we are young.
That's
also,
good.
You know?
Well, today we want to look at something new, something different. And then something we be say they affect everybody. As a matter of fact, it go affect so many people. Because on Friday, I don't want to say maybe I may look for trouble.
Okay.
But you know, out of say humanity, I wonder, say my landlord, you know, they live with us.
Okay.
So I can't wonder, say, it's my no day. I never see him since January. At first, I don't want to call him because I know the thing where they trend increment. But secondly, I say, well, human being, I no go see person where build house where they live inside.
For some
And
time,
so
and
this
you no go.
I don't know go one. This is somebody that in the span of 2 weeks or thereabout, I go see him. But I never see him since January. I can't say, well, let me just give it a trial. Me, I call him. If you can't do the thing where they rain, now you know. As I call and greet and feel like this, now so you tell me, Daddy Ray, mo fẹ́ letter wa o. Owó létí wọ́n sí báyìí o. I say, ṣé mo tọ́ yín? Did I look for trouble for calling you? But apparently, he has been a very nice person.
Okay.
I won't lie because him, you know, he never increased for years.
Wow.
For over 4 or 5 years.
You don't try.
So it's
If person never increase your house rent in the last 4 years, he has tried.
So
I'm telling
in my
you.
mind, I know the truth. And so,
Because ordinarily in the last 4 years, you are supposed to have gotten at least 2 increments.
So
with what has happened though.
So in my-
if you've just gotten one before, you are supposed to be getting another one soon.
So in my mind, I feel calling him, number one, I'm feeling the human aspect of you know see person check out. Now in house you dey sleep whether you like him or not.
Yeah.
Then number two, even if you can't say increment, I only pray to God, but I know it's what is everywhere now. So now you go come lead us to the topic where would they look today because most people they relocate.
They get to the change house.
They go they change house. That's just the.
They get to the change house. They go find their level.
Go find their level.
You
That's
know,
it.
because you know. So and then also maybe next week we would actually also talk about some of the things you can do to cope with these increases. You know, areas you can look to optimize your costs in terms of managing your costs. I mean, in terms of the cost of maintaining or managing a property and things like that. We'll talk about that next because, I mean, with diesel price, the petrol price.
This was at seven something.
Everything is.
Petrol at 2 something in some places.
Everything.
If you are lucky to get it for 164 yeah, but maybe everywhere be 164. And the place where it be 160, queue is still there in some places because they close earlier. So they want this thing is. I don't want to go into it, but I have a friend we get filling station, and I did beside them when then they call them. You know, say they get associations. Your own phone at 160. We they buy our own for clinical. So please close early so that people
can sell.
So all these things are interwoven.
Okay.
And they must do because now a club. I wouldn't book is interwoven.
It's a trade association.
Yes.
It's a trade association. Okay. So today, if you are moving to a new neighborhood, what are the typical things that you should watch out for? Those are the things that we'll be discussing today. Just exposing to you. And Chief, make I tell you, I ask you a question.
Okay, sir.
Waiting day most important for you if you did look for house, where you go check out for. Say why you go decide to live in one place compared to the other in terms of maybe you are moving.
Number one, we me I always look out for environment.
environment.
I
As
cherish
in,
environment.
you like good scenery.
Yes, a very serene environment.
Serene,
Environment.
peaceful.
Because I remember saying when I want get house, I get I get 3-bedroom flats for a place in this is solo. I know be solo self. I don't want to call
I understand. You don't want to mention the main area.
But that place, we know that place for,
Volatility.
Volatility, that's the word. And they say 3-bedroom flats at a very ridiculous amount. Come on, I would have said, 3-bed. Instead of me to use 2-bed in a very good area, let me go for 3. But I told my wife, I said, see, I want to be there are some places
you should not bring up your child. You should not raise
you
your
might
child
be able
to weather the storm.
To dance with the wind. Shebi if I dey come back from Baba, hey, omo, I don't enter my house. But how I go feel now if I enter my house and my pikin greet me?
Daddy, Tuale, ọwọ́ méjì lókè fẹ́yàn kan.
Kí ni ń ṣẹlẹ̀ yìí? Lójú ayé mi.
You don't lose a generation.
Lójú ayé mi. Tuale, lójú ayé mi. Kí mò ń wò. So I just ask myself, better we go to a place where, yes, the place is serene, it's quiet, gates dey. I don't even consider gates. For you to gates there too.
Can you imagine? And the gate is also, I mean, that's his own bad effect.
I'm only the one.
But you think that it has...
Landlord will tell you, see this environment now, there's security, there's gates. No people in your house on a body. So I consider environment first.
Environment, that's interesting.
Then
that's
after
interesting.
the streets.
So that's one thing. It's actually one of my points. A serene environment, because you don't want to bring up or raise your family in a chaotic environment, in an uncontrolled environment, things like that. So it matters. And you see what Chief said. So please just hold on, because we wanted to say something. See what he said. The environment will determine also the value of the property. That other place, you were getting a 3-bedroom for the price that you pay for a 2-bedroom in some other more serene environments. So we all have responsibilities to contribute to the serenity of our environment, because we would benefit from the gains of it in terms of the value of our properties, especially for landlords and landowners. When you talk about CDA, association and all, you want to contribute. You want to be able to be part of it and play an active role. You need to be. Okay? Yes, go ahead.
Number 2, where they consider, make I call them my wife factor. I call her my wife factor because me, I know the day.
Okay.
How many hours are they staying
for? You stay for house.
Military man hour.
I be you will be saying that studio.
Studio that to say that to my love me gboro and me. I'm not say to ọ̀rọ̀ Ọlọ́run ló ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀. If I no go out, people go dey disturb me.
We no see you.
Àárín yín o, bàbá o, bẹ́ẹ̀ ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ ń bí o.
Ìbá dá sí o.
Àmì làwa. Àmì kiri gboro. You understand? At times, maybe now 10 I go enter. Like yesterday now.
Then you go me come. Me day.
I mean, only my me but just normal like yesterday now. I deal with the royal family. So I don't sọ̀rọ̀ lu náà ni till around 10:30. After 10:30, my wife don't come wait for it. I say I'm coming. I'm in the filling station. There's queue. But ọ̀rọ̀ wọn náà ni back. So understand? So I deal with the princess. I don't sọ̀rọ̀ bí ó ṣe dá náà ni. So I enter house around 11 for instance now. So the next thing I always consider is say, my wife, say this place is okay for you. Nearness to work is very important for me.
Nearness to work.
Very important.
That's another one. He said the wife factor, but
nearness
most importantly, I want you to take note of nearness to work. Nearness to your place of work.
Nearness to work. Okay. And my school, my children's school.
Wow.
If I don't come up for where we
you don't drop the point. Nearness to work, nearness to your children's school. Yesterday in our office, we're still discussing the challenges of staff leaving home early wherever they are staying and having to get to work at a particular time. And the debate started last week to say, hey, are we sure we are not going to move our resumption time for security purposes? Because now, these days, for security purposes, it's only advisable that you don't leave your house until a particular time. Maybe when at least the lights, exactly, the morning has brightened up a bit. Morning has brightened up a bit, and there are more people on the road. That is safer that way. That means, like, anything from before like about 6, it may be a bit trickish for a lot of places and for a lot of people to be leaving their houses. I would then calculate, okay, if they leave their houses where they stay by 6, some of them that stay a little bit far away, we realize that there is no way they will get to the office as at the time we currently resume. So we had to adjust those things. We finalized that yesterday. So nearness to work.
There's a particular question I want to ask on that nearness to work.
Yes, nearness to work is very, very important.
Most of us, I don't want to talk, maybe we didn't get them wrong, or maybe in a dicey thing. Some people would prefer seeing an idea job. Obviously, if I make a rent house for a job, no be say my salary annually no fit pay. I'm nothing go remain to live good life. Let's face it.
Nothing go remain to
live good life for house.
To milu. Okay, not okay for house.
No be one person in shop finish go shop catfish outside. Send it to dog fish, catfish outside.
Okay, now to even go outside, now they talk about.
They talk about to chop good food at home. Because houses around here goes for 800, 900 for a normal 2-bed and everything. Which they try to talk, we say, at the end of the day, most people want to ask as a man, say make I go far. When I say far, I mean as far as.
So that it can be cheaper for you.
Cheaper. Or, say make I stay within the, not necessarily a job, but within the suburb. Where we say I go pay, say understand, say on you, and be say, because in wanting to economize, we have seen some people coming from Songosa. Yes.
Like somebody still came this morning from Songo.
And when you're to Songo.
No, somebody still came, even inside this studio.
Somebody, I know that, my friend. I know the day where they park. We met in Osho the day here.
He came from Songo. He came from Songo this morning.
So that you know him.
It is well. So what I'm saying is, look, you know what? What you've said is very important. And this is what I ask people to ask themselves. Depending on your type of job, you know, depending on your type of job, the time you are expected to resume and things like that, if you go stay far away because maybe you own the property, that is the major reason why a lot of people go stay far away. They say they own the property, right?
Yes.
If you go stay far away, you know, how healthy is that for you? How sustainable? Mental state of health, you know, socio-economic life balance. How is that for
because
you?
Even if you get motor,
you go dey fuel am, you go dey stress your body to dey wake up early, to dey enter home late. You know, you go dey do kitty, do kata.
You no go drop water, drop.
You no go fit drink water, drop cup. When you dey enter that kind distance, you know. So that's what I advise. But if your job is such that you can manage how you move around, then you can always balance things in terms of traffic and distance. And some people, they even work from anywhere. They work from home. Their type of job is not the one that they can situate their job or their place of work close to their own environment.
E.g. script writer.
Script writer or somebody where they run shop. If you go get shop around the area, you understand? It doesn't have to, you know. Or somebody that is self-employed and can work from, he has to go to site. Maybe ordinarily his work is even the type that wherever he travels to anywhere to work. Because maybe he's a bricklayer, maybe he's an engineer and he's self-employed. He will go to the site and you have to situate himself, locate himself around that site that he's working for a while. So he doesn't even, when he's working really, he doesn't really stay home. So, you know, all of that can help. But if it is like you have to resume at a particular place for a particular time and close at a particular time, I think you should think of moving a bit close. Because this is it. Where if you can't afford the place that is so close to your workplace, at least the next areas. Because I understand the challenge that you may not have the money to pay for the rent around those areas. But you have the money to pay for this other rent. And you have the money to be commuting, even though it will be almost come to the same thing if you carry those transport money and add to your house money. But because the transport money does not come to you at once, you take it from your monthly stuff. So you can't see to put together and pay for 1 year in a place. But as soon as you can do that, whilst you are staying afar, as soon as you can save up money for 1 year within the place, I would advise that you move closer to your workplace.
Then, Mafoluku is nearly Ajao Estate.
You know, exactly.
Just main road,
you know,
it's
those
nearly
kind of, you use those kind, you borrow yourself those kind of sense.
If you got the Southern Express, you know,
know,
what are we saying?
You know,
then this side,
you know,
950,000. Then this side, 150,000. 950 to 150.
You know?
The
difference is the express road.
I'm telling you, it's the express. Okay.
You just learn how to cross.
You're not a challenge. Tips on moving to a new neighborhood. What are the tips? What are those things you look out for? What are those things that serves as guide for you to go to a new place? Tabi, if you won't even go a new place, now we talk about, and it has been very interesting since we started. Engineer Debo done they put us through all those things we were supposed to know. Okay, Oga, we dey talk about nearness. Vis-a-vis how people they won't try to cut costs. Say at the park, go my house for inside the Ijedudu or Itoken, you know? And they will have to spend 3 hours, 4 hours before they get to their. Some even they wait in the night. They don't get one special woman where they do catfish pepper soup for them.
How long will you do that?
And they do them every night. Apparently
how long will you do that for?
Apparently turning to a perpetual. I don't even want to go there, but the thing is, do you know that if we look and well, because when they calculate every 50 kobo, that 1,500, 2,000.
You put it together
every night.
You rent a better house. You know. So
vis-a-vis the health lifestyle modification too.
Yeah, that you are coming up with. So we've said something about nearness to work, nearness to school. You've talked about serenity. You know, these are nearness to the school of your children, because you know how much it costs to transport children to school. Even if the school provides means of transportation, you know it comes as an additional charge. You know, and also the safety implication.
It's always very painful, you know, where you have
the peace of mind, the safety implication.
Where you have 2 kids, 3 kids, sir. So it cut you and you don't have a car for your wife, and they are not on school bus. She has to take them possibly through
commercial,
road,
whatever.
Commercial or some bike, and some even have a special marua that will come and convey them. Considering everything happening in the country this moment and the risk, because no one is to be trusted. You put your children in the hand of a stranger on the name of my marua guy, and you have to convey your children. There's nobody there, or even if you are there, maybe not every day. And I ask myself, is it not better my children are where my wife can easily, even whether the car breaks down or not, go and pick them?
That's what I'm saying. So you need to consider.
Sorry. We have Dada.
Oh, okay.
Good morning, Dada.
Hello?
Good morning, Dada.
Hello, Dada. How are you?
Hello?
Good morning, Dada. We dey hear you. Hello, Dada.
I hope we didn't lose Dada.
Dada, please, you have to.
Okay, so like we said, I mean, school is major. It's
major.
very, very major. For the safety of your children, for the cost implication, you know, for their own serenity. Why should a child close from school by 2:30, 3 o'clock, but they don't get home until 6, 7? They are already fagged out. So Monday to Friday, those kids don't enjoy themselves at all, and it can affect their learning ability.
Sure.
You know, so you need to really consider that. Either you move their school close to the house, you know, or you move your house ensuring that it is close to their school.
I have to say this too, which is very, very unfair, because the essence of this channel, the essence of this program, now to talk about things where they happen, make we sensitize people, and make we also serve as correctionary motives or agent of correction. You go see say some very painful. You go see some children don't close. Very painful, because at times I'm always close to tears. You see some children don't close, and they will be sleeping in the classroom all alone till they don't close by 2. Now most schools don't start exam. Nobody to come for them, possibly because the dad is busy, the mom is busy, or the school is far away or something. They don't close, and they will be the only one
left in the school.
Yes, for 3 hours waiting for pickup. Why? Because of distance. So it's always very painful. The children are already used to the security. Once they close from school, the security becomes the foster parents.
You just play with the security and all. It's not an ideal situation, so you need to find. Otherwise, just do boarding.
Do boarding.
You know,
Do boarding.
just do boarding. Otherwise, you know. So electricity is another thing you want to consider.
Don't even go there.
As in, you don't ask. Seriously?
With this power grid.
No, it's not, some areas are better than the other.
Mr. I'll be very frank with you.
Some areas are better than the other.
I will be very frank.
I would like our viewers to call it.
Engineer Debo.
Yeah.
Baba Tarawani. First determinant is area. Can I be able to afford this place? Second, maybe the structure of the house is good, the nearness to my place of work and my children's school.
Yeah.
You see, electricity then. So electricity seems like you talking about. I would even prefer water. Let me know they have borehole than to ask if there's electricity. If they have borehole and it's functioning, say, but my tenants, our co-tenant.
Electricity is part of basic services. What I'm talking about. Actually, but led by electricity. I understand you, but you'll be shocked that some places are still better than some other places.
Some people they get that.
That's what we're saying.
Let's face it. I will buy fuel every night. So the rest is history. Unless I don't want to be pragmatic with myself.
Well, so why are you not using solar anyway? Inverter.
I have a friend who has introduced to me. I'm trying to build it, but I think he will be building for me for maybe 300 or 400.
Okay.
Well, yeah, if you look at it, it is cost effective at the end of the day compared to buying fuel of 1.5 every day. But the truth is, where did you keep that 350 to Luma to Kalilo for inverter?
You need to attend financial freedom, financial intelligence.
So that's what I'm saying. But if you have people who are into solar and everything and they want to come and do a seminar here, we have the platform. They can come. Anybody where they into solar, you want to let people know what you do. Come and advertise. What you do. People are actually looking for, like, for me to even get one person. Already, me introduce me. For me to get okay, is into it. Solar is the in thing now. So if you're into it, please feel free. The floor is yours. Come and advertise. We will give you the opportunity. We're shaking money. Go fit talk about that. And I'm sure people will patronize you.
We can't finish this today. We'll have to continue next week. No.
Maybe because you are on the island.
No, what do you mean by that? Did you not see what was going around when this fuel something? One of the popular musicians posted that Nigeria go humble anybody.
Yes.
Say the next day, whether they say or we hear of, then they do facility management. They say they don't do again. Make everybody bring in generator. Make it one day facilitate them. They say they don't supply power to anybody again because this is not humble them.
Okay.
No, because how do you manage those kind of fluctuations?
How do you even tell people to bring to increase? Because you have to increase the rate.
No, you have to now. You don't have any choice. And there are people who somehow can be unreasonable and may not understand.
They
will say, I've paid, I've not paid. Okay, you've paid, but this thing has increased.
Increase. But I don't come. Nobody reduce your
paid. Okay then, guys. So we would have to continue this next week. Okay, that means it's the upper week that we'll talk about the other how to save costs.
Okay, thank you very much for everybody with the watchers. I believe you've learned one or two things. Most definitely, same time next week we will come your way. Until we come your way again next week, we will say bye-bye.